Hey everyone, it is Dustin from Voice and Spy, and in this video I'm going to be showing you guys the recent changes that I've made in Plank Bay since the last video. The last video I made about a couple months ago, and things have changed a little bit since then, so I want to update you guys a little bit on how they changed. As you can see, my room is pretty much the same, as well as the rest of my house. It's pretty much the same as well. Same as my backyard, except I did add this little gazebo thing that I'm working on, and this is going to be like a little area where people can chill, and there's going to be like a fire pit here. But the rest of my house is pretty much the same, as well as the backyard, this part of the backyard here. Oh yeah, I did get a new vehicle here, or built a new one. I forget who built this, but this is the Tesla Model S, or no, sorry, Model X. This is actually my dream car in real life, and but I will link the original video of the tutorial if I can find it in the description below. I still have the same truck here though as well. As you can see, my house from the front is pretty much the same, but you may notice that Janet and Frank and Janet's house, actually, which used to be here, is actually missing. So yeah, I'm actually rebuilding it over there because this is actually all going to be part of my property now. I'm not really sure what to put here yet, but if you guys have any suggestions, just let me know. Also, something else you guys may notice is that there is no skyscraper here anymore, and that is because I removed it, and I'm actually going to make this a little residential area here. So just like basically that area like over here, I'm just going to kind of build some more houses and that over here. I'm sorry, my monitor just keeps cutting out and stuff, so I apologize if I pause or anything. That's just because my monitor is acting up a little bit, and I apologize. Anyway, this house is actually the house that I'm building for a tutorial that I've built a couple months ago, or that I made a couple months ago, sorry. I'm just rebuilding it in my world so I can continue with it. I did take down a tutorial for now, just until I get around to filming the second part of it and the last parts of it, because I've been very busy recently, so I don't want people just expecting me to make a second and third tutorial. My little cousin's house, I don't know if it's if it was the same as last time, or if it was blue last time, because I remember it used to be blue. I believe it was blue last time, but I'm not 100% sure. If not, then I stand corrected. But not much has changed if it was gray last time, because yeah, it's pretty basic and boring like my house, but it's supposed to be like a modern kind of style suburban house. We did add this little balcony here though. I'm not sure if that was there in the last video or not. I forget. The clock tower is still here and stuff. Voice and Spy Square is still here, like always. And in the last video, I did call these communisty flags. I meant communistic. Yeah, because Plank Bay is supposed to be like a communist country kind of thing. Oops, sorry, my monitor keeps flashing and stuff. I'm not sure why that's happening. Anyway, the high school, well, the school has changed a little bit. I'll go show you guys that real quick. As you can see, the floor and walls have actually changed. I just redid the floor in white concrete and black terracotta because I thought it looked like pretty nice. Sorry, my monitor keeps acting up. I'm not sure why that is. Anyway, we have the bathrooms and stuff. They're still the same. And I realize that I haven't finished this area yet, but that's okay, I guess. I'll fix that later. And anyway, pretty much everything's still the same except this area, which I'm actually going to be turning into either a library or just some big classroom that is going to be dedicated to, like, I don't know, computers or something like that. Then upstairs we have pretty much everything the same, just the walls are redone. I haven't done the floor on here yet, but hopefully I'll get around to doing that soon. Oh, I did do the science classroom. No, I'm not sure if I did this in the last video or not, but I did change this classroom into, because it used to be 2 classrooms and now it's just made it into 1. So now it's just one big science classroom, just based off a high school science classroom. I kind of took inspiration from my high school's science room, but obviously it's not identical. But yeah. Anyway, let's get out of here real quick. And I'll show you guys some updates that I did beside the school. As you can see, the little apartment building that was here before and the hill and stuff, I completely removed just because I felt that it would give a more open concept kind of style to this area. I'm also probably going to be expanding the school out this way, just because I find the school is a little bit small and should be able to be expanded. If I don't end up doing that, I'm probably going to end up destroying the school and moving it to the other side of the map, because I just kind of want to also expand Voice and Spy Square out like to this fence over here, just because I wanted to make it like bigger and stuff. And yeah, pretty much everything's the same here. Not really much changed, but I did update this building here. This is my the first building in Plank Bay that I finally got around to redesigning and making more modern looking, just because I found that it didn't really fit in with any of the other buildings that I built like more recently. So I decided just to kind of revamp it and make it more modern. The restaurant at the bottom, which is a keg, is still the same and stuff, as well as the bank and stuff. Although, where I don't know if I showed you guys this in the last video, but this used to be my little cousin's like bakery kind of shop that she had. I believe I showed it to you guys. I'm not really sure though. But in this revision of the building, I actually just changed it to this kind of lobby area for the apartments that are above. So let's just go up. All the apartments floors are the same, so I'm actually going to show you guys the 4th floor, which is basically a little museum, because Frank, the villager, you might remember him, he actually used to live here. Apparently his floor is broken a little bit. I'm not sure what happened there. I'm just going to fix that real quick. There we go. And also, this is where my friend used to live. Not going to mention names because obviously that doesn't need to be mentioned. We're just not friends anymore. But she used to live here, and this is kind of like a museum area where people can come see how living back in the old days of Plank Bay used to be. This floor is off limits right now, as you can see, because I haven't finished it yet. So yeah, but the other floors are pretty much done. As you can see, it's pretty much the same layout as Frank's and my old friend's apartment. That's is on the 2nd or on the 4th floor of this building. But yeah, I wasn't really too creative with that apparently. So we have this little lobby area here, and I don't know if you guys can see this, but this is a reflective floor, just made by using glass blocks, and actually just mirrored the image of everything that's built up here down there. So it's basically just upside down. The windows down here are just redstone lamp-stone. They actually turn off at night just to give the illusion of actual windows, because obviously you can't put actual windows under that space. Oops, it's the wrong glass. Where is the right glass? Here it is. Nope, gray stained glass. There we are. So yeah, I actually think it turned out pretty well. This was the first ever time I've actually did this little mirror floor thing, and I actually think it turned out really well. So the park is pretty much the same. I haven't done much here. This place though, which is the old police station, I'm not sure if it really changed much, but my monitor just cut out again. I apologize. Tiny Trim's hair salon. I'm not sure if I had this in the last video. I'm pretty sure I did, but I'm going to show it to you guys again anyway. So we have these little like hair dryer things here and stuff like that, and the little areas where you get your hair cut. And yeah, I did have this in the last video. I just remembered that. So we don't need to go over that again. Okay, over here we have the post office. It's called Plank Post. I made this little sign for it out here. Just have the Plank Bay flag here. And this is supposed to look like kind of like an envelope with the pillar course blocks on their sides. This is supposed to represent a like envelope, I guess. This is supposed to represent a package, and this is supposed to represent a piece of paper, which that's basically what it is anyway. It also says Plank Post there. And basically you come in, you'd ask the people at the desk for your package, and they would go to the back or upstairs in this case to see if you got your package in. So up here we have just a little room that I'm probably going to turn into like an office or something. Then I'm going to turn this area, well, this area is a little bathroom here. And then over here we have an unfinished area, which is going to be full of shelves where the packages would be theoretically. So if we go back downstairs and go outside, Go outside. Thank you. Oh, there's a shulker box there. I'm not really sure why that's there, but we'll just destroy it anyway. Is there anything in it? Oh, yes, there is. There's my little cousin stuff. Okay. We're just going to throw that over here for now. Alright, so the chariot hasn't really changed, as you guys can see. Same old building. I didn't really show you guys that in the last video either, because obviously I showed you guys that way too many times. But you know what? I'll show you guys it again just because, just to refresh your memory, I guess. So as you guys can see, here's the lobby and stuff. And over there's like a little area where you come down and eat your breakfast in the morning. I'm actually building a basement area here, so that's not done yet, so I'm not going to show you guys that yet. I don't know why that sign's there. This was the business studies area, which is why there's a computer here. There used to be 2 computers here, but I destroyed the desk, and that area is becoming a little basement entrance. That area actually used to be the little change room for the pool, which is no longer here. So it's kind of just this little awkward space with this door going in here and another door going in here. Basically it leads to the same room though. I forgot to fill this in here. Let me just do that real quick. I'm coming up with so many mistakes apparently in this video, and I'm finding them, and yeah, so I guess that's a kind of killing 2 birds with 1 stone kind of thing. Yeah, so I'm fixing mistakes as I find them and making a video at the same time. As you can see, the rooms are pretty much the same. They're all the same, so I'm just going to show you this one. And here's a little bathroom. It's kind of cramped and stuff, but yeah, it's pretty basic. We also have a little sink area here, and on all the floors we also have this little like kind of chilling area here where where everyone can sit and kind of talk with everybody else. And yeah, you may notice that there's a skyscraper over there right beside this like chariot building, and I will get to that right now. So this building was actually the design of it was actually taken from Dan Legs on YouTube. Since I at the time I couldn't really think of any other design, so I kind of decided to steal his. Still not done yet, but one of the first floors is done, or the first floor I should say is done. But I haven't gotten around to finishing the other floors yet, unfortunately. Hopefully I'll get around to doing that soon. So we can just go down the stairs, and yeah. In Dan's video though, he has this little area which is actually part of something called Los Angeles Customs, which is basically like a parody of Los Santos Customs in GTA 5, which is where you can get your car modified and stuff. But I decided to turn it into like a pet store kind of thing, which I was planning on doing for a while. But I finally found the perfect location to build a pet store. So these are shelves where like products would be. We also have an area where fish would be, but apparently all the fish died, and there's just a turtle in there now for some reason. We also have some cats that you can adopt, and this guy apparently got out of the cage. Get back in there. Please get in there. Oh, well, I'll fix that after. Oh, he's in there. Good enough. Good enough. We also have a little bathroom area over here, and the cash area as well. Over here is the Flowerpot coffee shop, which is also a company from Los Angeles that Dan Legs came up with. I'm kind of designing it after a Starbucks, but it's not done yet. Again, like a bunch of the other buildings in Plank Bay is not done. Yeah, because apparently I'm really lazy and I want to get the city grown very, very fast, but I don't think it's going to happen too like quickly. Over here we have this wolf statue that I built. It's pretty much just here just for looks and kind of like a monument. And right here is a kind of propaganda poster of my face, a mini version of my face that I decided to build, as well as the DPRB, which stands for the Democratic Republic of Plank Bay, which is the official name of Plank Bay. If I ever end up moving to Xbox One or PS4 or something, hopefully that ends up happening soon. If I can figure it out, if I can figure out how to move the world from Xbox 360 to my PS4, or if I end up getting another Xbox One, I plan on making Plank Bay the capital city of a country, and I'm gonna end up expanding like the world and building a bunch of little communities and stuff, kind of like almost like a country would be. Does that make sense? Yeah. The dentist office hasn't changed much. I don't even think I showed you guys that in the last video, but I'm not going to show you guys it anyway. because it is kind of a build, or yeah, kind of a horrible build. Hospital's the same. This building, I only finished 3 floors, but I did add some of these. What are these called again? I can't think. Sea lanterns. Yes, I did add some sea lanterns to this. Yeah, as you guys can see, it's only this area that's covered in sea lanterns so far. I didn't do the other 3 corners of the building, but hopefully I'll get around to doing that soon. Also, this house, the house that used to be here, I actually moved over here because I was planning on expanding this building out this way, but I don't think that's happening now. Also, the plank base sign, I actually switched materials from birch planks to quartz, as you guys can see. I actually think it looks a lot better. I also added these little end rods here just to give it some more illumination at night, as well as these sea lanterns covered in glass just to give it more illumination at night as well. There used to be beacons back here, which is why there's diamonds, and pretty much everything around here is the same still, other than the Silo Tower, which I actually moved from over in like that area. Actually, you might be able to see where it used to be. It used to be actually right around here, but I moved it over here, and I find it actually looks a lot better over there than it did over here, like over there, if that makes sense. Let's see what else I can show you guys. I don't know if Bay Arena was a thing back then. I think it was, but I'm going to show you guys it anyway because I forget. I have terrible memory. I'm sorry. This is kind of like a parody of America's Got Talent, which is, in this case, I call it Bay's Got Talent. As you can see, BGT, Bay's Got Talent. And anyway, you have your seating here. This actually used to be a movie theater and used to be like half the size, but I decided to expand it and make it into something more interesting like this, just so like I can put on like shows or whatever if I want to. And I actually think it turned out pretty well. We have a giant plank bay flag back here, as well as a little control room over there, which is where you can flick the lights on, which are lighting up the plank bay flag. Hang on, let me just turn these lights on real quick. They'll actually flash, as you can see. It's pretty cool. Redstone was pretty complicated behind that. I'll show you guys that real quick. If I can actually find a spot that isn't covered in redstone. I don't want to destroy any of my work. So it's not the best redstone job in the world, but it gets the job done. As you can see, we have all these layers of redstone and repeaters and torches and everything just to make the lights flash. And yeah, let's get back down to where we came from. If that makes sense. If I can find an area to get out. Let me just fix the wall here real quick. All right. All right. Let's get out of this building, and I actually didn't mention what this was in the last video. This is actually supposed to be where Leader Voice and Spy was born, which is, yeah, basically just a kind of tourist attraction. We have some bathrooms here, and this is supposed to be like a ticket area where you get your ticket to be able to visit the attraction. Over here is the house where Leader Voice and Spy used to live, theoretically. Obviously that's not true. As you can see, I actually built this like years and years ago, before Plank Bay was even expanded out to this point. I was kind of a stupid kid and decided to build this little thing. These doors are actually supposed to be windows that you can open and close, but yeah, there's also this original red bed here, as you can see, from the old days of when you only had red beds, not all these different color beds that you have now. I miss those days, honestly. Also, I believe it's down here. Yeah, down here is an area that I also built around the same time period that I built that building over there, which is probably around 2014, I'd say. That was way before Plank Bay even expanded to this point. So we have some animals here. Apparently an aqua sheep or cyan or whatever you want to call it. I used to really like that color when I was younger. So yeah, I don't know why, but I just did. We also have a pig and a cow in here along with a bed. Apparently all 3 of them share the bed apparently. It's kind of stupid, but whatever. Anyway, let's get out of the attraction. And not really much has changed to Triangle Park, just a statue, and that's the same. I haven't really done any work on these buildings either. I'm not really sure if I had 2 of these buildings or just the 1 back then, like when I did the tutorial or when I did the tour of the city last time. But there is 2 buildings now, and yeah, my monitor keeps cutting out for some reason. That's getting really annoying. I apologize if I do any weird movements and stuff. Anyway, this building right here, Roscoe Mall. Oh my god, my monitor. I apologize, guys. Roscoe Mall, it hasn't changed at all, really, as you can see. Same old. Except I did add a couple of stores. This is going to be an Apple store. This is going to be some other store which isn't finished yet. That's the only stores I added so far. Let's get out of here. And over here, I'm actually finished a beach area, which I actually find it makes the city look a lot better. So if you're up in one of these buildings, you can watch people swim and stuff during the day. I actually think that's a pretty cool touch to the city. Just add some more friendly vibes and stuff. I might also add this little pier kind of thing, kind of like Los Angeles, how they have the beach and the pier beside it, as well as a little Ferris wheel, which doesn't actually work, unfortunately. I wish we could actually make stuff like that in Minecraft, because that'd be pretty cool if we could. But unfortunately, I don't see that ever happening in this game, which is very unfortunate. Over here, I'm working on a new hotel on Tourist Island. The welcome sign and stuff is still over there. I don't know if you guys can see that, which is right here. And you can see the little old, terrible hotel that I built before. That was an old tourist hotel. Motel, I guess you could say, because it was a drive-up kind of motel thing. Do not leave this island unless with a guide. And yes, you cannot leave the island unless you're with somebody that is with the tour companies. But anyway, I'm getting off track here. This is a new tourist hotel that I'm working on currently. It's just gives you a nice view of the beach and this beautiful plant-based sign over here that I'm not sure if I should keep or not. I don't think I should, because it kind of ruins the view from the hotel, and it's not really that realistic. So I might end up getting rid of that. But as for the hotel, it makes the Chariot, both the Chariot and the old Bayview Resort or whatever, look terrible, because this is a nice, beautiful, modern, bright build that I'm working on. And it's going to have a total of 120 rooms, which is 6 floors per 6 rooms per floor, I should say. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 times 6 is... Sorry, 10 times 12. There's 6... I can't talk. I can't think either. There's 12 rooms on each floor, I should say. So 6 this side, 6 on this side. So 12 times 10 is 120. So there's going to be 120 rooms in this big new hotel. There's also going to be a pool. I'm also probably going to build a little basement area where there's going to be a little karaoke area and a bar where people can sing and drink and stuff like that. There's also going to be like a business center down there, as well as like a, I don't know, maybe a little nightclub. It's going to be a big fancy motel, just to make Plank Bay look like everything's okay, but really we're not, and really we're suffering from economic I can't even think of the word right now. But basically our economy is failing. But we don't want anyone to know that, because yeah, we just don't. Anyway, this new hotel is going to be the biggest, fanciest hotel, and it might actually lead to the Chariot shutting down, because it won't be able to keep up with the demands and basically the more modern look and feel of that motel over there, or hotel I should say. I don't know if you guys noticed this, but I totally forgot to point out the roads. They are getting completely redone, just so they're like darker and stuff, just to make them look more realistic and stuff. I still didn't do the highway and stuff yet, but that's, as you can see, I'm working on that still. This, as well as the parking lots and stuff, I'm going to end up getting around to that soon. But as you know, I have a lot of buildings to work on. Anyway, I'm going to give you guys another cinematic shot thing again. Just by going on a train at night. And hopefully you guys will appreciate that. Alright, so I just want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, leave a thumbs up and subscribe. If not, then leave a thumbs down. I totally get it. If you guys do want to get a link to download PlankBay, hit me up in the comments and I will definitely do that if you guys are interested. If not, then that's totally okay as well. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. If you guys enjoyed it,